Do we have audio now? Do we have audio? Yes, we do have audio now. Hey, okay. Please let me know in the chat that the audio is working now. Okay, good. Sorry for that. My bad. So just starting again. Hey and welcome everyone. Furry, thanks so much for the kind words. Much appreciated. Sunday hangout. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to take a look at Wavelet Audio's Secunda library. If you don't know Wavelet Audio, before they did the Ashen Scoring Cello, Groth was a great library, is a great library. They released Secunda, throat singing and cinematic instruments based on the power of the human voice. It is on intro sale for $159 until March 7th, and then it goes to $199. And what is it? Introducing Secunda, a massive toolkit for contact player based on the mysticism of throat singing that dives into the foggy veil of distant realms. Graced by the presence of the Emperor's army, Secunda is saturated with the raw, pure power of the human voice. It adds spice to the sound and invites to dive into a vast palette of throat singing rich in organic textures, ancient vocal harmonics, and massive sonic storytelling instruments. Wavelet's Audio Secunda is the perfect instrument for adding depth, crunch, and haunting resonance to any type of sound project. Soundtracks, film scores, trailer music, folk music, electronic music, and more. In addition to every detail of throat singing, Secunda also offers a huge amount of organic, modern sound design based directly on the sound of throat singing. The instruments in Secunda have multiple round robins, velocity layers, and real legato. And beautiful artwork that looks stunning. I don't think that anyone needs a reminder what the overall inspiration for this artwork and sound is. If not, leave a comment and question below in the chat. People will help you. And so Secunda Emperor Chant. I did get this library sent as a demo version or as a free version from Wavelet Audio for the stream today. And we also have a library as a copy to give away for today, which is cool. Thanks so much. But I still want to say that all my ramblings are my own. So it's not influenced by the fact that they have sent me the library. So I'm going to take with you a first-hand look. I haven't really played around with it. So let's jump in and listen to what it sounds like and what it can do and how it can help us make music, right? There's a few more info. Again, link is in the video description below and also here, right? I have no idea yet how we're going to do that with a giveaway. Maybe I just randomly draw someone with going up and down the chat list sometime later, because I can't do it through Facebook anymore the way we did before, because chatbots are taking over and posting weird bad links and misguiding users to scam pages, etc. So I'm not going to do that anymore. Basically, I just choose a random winner and that's it. All right. Without further ado, let's jump in and take a look and listen to this hopefully beautiful library. Could be that Wavelet Audio themselves are joining the chat later down the line. We will see. It comes as a Contact Player instrument, which is cool, so you don't need the full version of Contact. It definitely needs Contact 7. You cannot run this library in Contact 6. So, which is not a big deal, because you can install, if you don't have the Contact Player full version, you can install the player version and then run this library from there. What do we have? We have instruments, main, which is the Emperor Chant, Kargira, low and high, drone atmospheres. Then we have phrases, complex Kargira phrases, 1, 2, high Kargira, breath and whispers, process whisper loops, distorted loops, and then we have one-shots. Hits and impacts, signature atmospheres, signature calls and horns, Brahms, distorted, transitions, stump designer, growls and scream, breath and with birth. And to be fair, I kind of missed that at first because I read on the website, if you look down in the description here, it says instruments, main, phrases, one-shots, and stems. And I was wondering where the hell are the stems because they don't show up in the contact instruments. And I quickly learned it makes sense to check the containing folder because in this folder, in the samples, you have wave samples. And the stems are just available as wave samples, not as instruments. So that's something we're going to look at later. Just so you know, this is wave, not instrument in contact. But without further ado, what we're going to do first is load the main instrument and have a little bit of a play, shall we? So let's load the Emperor chant and hear what this sounds like. Just for the sake of letting you know, this currently is unprocessed and the sound straight out of the library without any further processing. So what you hear sends the YouTube algorithm for compressing the audio, whatever. It's pure as it gets. Okay, that's pretty impressive. And so let's look at the interface first. We have some settings for the transition type based on velocity. Gonna check that out further later. Sculpt, tonal balance, original, balance 1, low, so different EQ settings. We do have a help page here. That might come in handy for some stuff later down the line. No thank you, Adobe. I don't need you right now. And we have an LFO. What is that doing? Okay, yeah. Exactly as the name implies, it chops the audio up with a low frequency oscillator. Can do that in 16th notes as well, it looks like. Yeah, if we need that, good to have. I did check out the overview video. We have to look at these transition points and I have not utilized it yet myself. So I really have to try that out together with you guys so we can really see what this is doing. We have reverb included on the sound. What's dry? Zoom, I mean, friggin' hell, that voice. Zoom. Okay, so apparently the way I understand it, first of all, as you can hear, it's not really tonal. It's all these syllables are on the same key, kind of. Pretty non-tonal, so to say. And you have either short transition between these syllables or long transitions. And this slider up here determines where that transition point is. So if you play harder, above 100 or above 99 in this case, you get this short transition. And these notes are always sustained. It's not like you have short notes with that, as far as I understand. So if we look into the programming side of things, what this is going to do, we can basically put down some notes. What tempo do we have? 110. I don't want to have this guy. So we can do, let's say, half notes. So every note is a different syllable that you can see here displayed in the syllable display. And when we turn the velocity a little down, so right now when we play just with these half notes, and turn on the click, it's a little bit behind the beat, and that's what these transition times are for. So short transitions take 2 30-second notes, and long transitions take 6 30-second notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our grid to 30-second notes. There we go. And we need to move these 6 30-second notes prior. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully that's correct. So now, yeah, now they are in time. Not really sure about the first one. Maybe. Let's see. Don't really know if the first one should be earlier as well. At least 2 30 seconds. Let's see. Let's try a different one. I don't like the brass there in between. And then we'll try the... Let's try the loud transitions and only do quarter notes. So I'm going to do this. And then keep the last one ringing for a bar. Just make sure that we are above the threshold. Right now I did set it to 99, so we are above the threshold. So these technically should only take 2 30-second notes transition time. So if I move these there, let's see what that sounds like. That's pretty rad. So what does the mod wheel do? Does it do anything? So it does control a little bit of volume, it seems. Just re-rendered what I did here, but it didn't record it. So just bring in a little bit of mod wheel. Let's try some of these EQ settings. So original sound. Nice. So definitely the balance 1 subdues a little bit of the high end. Thanks, RAM. Exactly. We have a low EQ setting. Holy cow. And just for the sake of changing it up a little, let's choose some different syllables and see what that sounds like. Yep. And just want to try these different EQ settings. We have one more balance too. Try a different syllable here. Yeah, actually that sounds like myself after a whiskey on a night out. So it definitely works with the syllable transitions to have them in time. So if I turn on the click, Cool. Hey, Dima, nice to have you in the chat. So you were with part of the sound design team. That's awesome. Gonna explore more of that in a little bit. So basically, this is the main instrument. At least it's in the main category and the Emperor Chant. And when you have seen the videos and the teaser trailer for the library, yes, that's the main selling point, that sound. And I was hesitant, or I was thinking to myself, should we call it or should we call it not? I mean, let's call it. Obviously, it is all influenced by the whole world of Dune and Zimmer's score to Dune and the use of these throat singing voices in the Dune score. And the visuals are, of course, very, very similar to that movie. So, nothing wrong with that, quite the contrary. I still have to watch Dune 2. I haven't seen it yet. And it is a very specific sound aesthetic. And let's go through the library first and check out a few other of the instruments, and then I will probably give one or two thoughts that I have. But I also want to explore the library further and find out what really is inside. But the main instrument, the Emperor Chant, is the one that we just listened to. And let's check out some of the other stuff that's in here. So we have Kargira low and high. And I do have to quickly check the key, what's on the keys in the description, just to know. Did impact transition spaces and signatures. Okay, we're going to check them out in a little bit. They better slap. So, we have a vowel selection up here. We can switch the vowel with these key switches down here. We have red and yellow. I think that translates to here. Yeah, okay. Playable range for low, playable range for high. Here we have different syllables for low and for high, and it's color coded. So red is low, yellow is high. And here we can, we can combine the range. Okay, we're gonna check that out. So first of all, let's play the blue keys. I want to try that right away, combining the key ranges. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, another range. Combine the keys. All right, I start to get a grip on it. So we have 3 different vowels. Low vowel is oo, and o, and in the high range we have a, e, and a and e, kind of. So. And then we have oo and e. Ooh. Okay, undo the combine. And then we can change the vowels, I think, while it's playing. Yes, that's possible. So while it's playing, we can change. And then here we have different words to trigger. Cool. That's really nice. Anything else to discover here? We do have another LFO that we can activate, so we can have that chopped up. Yeah, if we wanted to do some more upbeat tribal stuff, then we can chop up the vocals right on the interface. Reverb, all in here. I'm gonna check out some custom settings in a little bit. Let's check out some of the other instruments. We start with drone atmospheres. That's part of the main library here as well. So let's try that out. That sounds great. All right, right away, let's dig a little into the interface. These atmospheres are made up of 3 layers. We have tonal, percussion, and effects, and we can mute and solo them. So let's actually try that. So let's see the effects, which is more like Brahmi McBram face. We have percussion. I also love the visual display, so you can see what's happening and layering these sounds on top of each other. That's pretty cool. So I like that. And then we have the tonal part, which comes in. It does say transpose octaves, but it seems like it's just semitones. So I can do plus, minus 2 semitones. It does say octave. I think it means semitone. Okay, let's check some of the other. All these different blue keys are different atmospheres. And we can select the pitch down here in the red key area. So at least this is very, very versatile and usable in all 12 different keys. That's some cool sound design stuff. Okay, gotta figure out what these knobs up here are. I don't know yet. So this one... Oh, it separates the individual parts. Why would I want to separate that? And what is this fader actually doing? Okay, help. Atmosphere sliders add depth and atmosphere to drones with various effects. Yeah, that sounded like it's a multi-effect kind of slider. Link buttons control the settings of multiple layers at once. That's what we had active. View waveform individually. That's what we clicked. Okay, you can change the color of the waveforms. Okay, got it. Toggles between different waveform display modes and full screen mode. Okay. Filter, low pass filter, and then we have volume transpose and attack times, things like that. All right, so let's see what this now can do. Color. Okay, it's basically just color or black and white. Color makes a little more sense. Let's turn the atmosphere layer off. Listen to the raw sound. Let me quickly check this just with the percussion here. All right. Then we have this guy here coming in. It seems like I cannot change the starting point of these individual layers. But that's some cool stuff. Some nice transitions and things like that. So, mute, solo, solo, solo. I mean, these are amazing, like cue starters. Super, super clean and super modern sounding. Like that a lot, and I like the fact that you have the individual layers, which means you can just use the percussion, just use the tonal parts. Is that, I'm not really sure that is tempo synced. But there's also not much going on in terms of tempo, right? It's just held. Let's see. No, it's not, but also wouldn't really make much sense to tempo sync that. All right, so that's the main category. Let's check out the phrases. That's the next folder. Okay, it seems like there's a bunch more stuff going on which you cannot separate, but you can because you have the individual ones. So the complex phrases seem to be a combination of these single phrases here with these whisper loops and stuff like that. At least that's what I'm hearing. So if I check just the whisper loops. Oh, I can so see myself using that in upcoming trailer tracks. Haha. Sorry. Just getting excited about these sounds. Yep. So again, back to the Kargira phrases. Yeah, kind of what I thought. So when we have the complex ones, these are a combination of the phrases with the processed whispers and breath sounds. So you can, but you cannot separate them, but you can use the individual ones and then change the levels and things like that. Basically, you could now say, okay, bring me the phrases in here as well as a second patch, same channel. Move that more to the right, that more to the left. Yeah, it gives you a lot more freedom than having that all in one batch. Not really sure why that is there. I feel that use is more limited. Maybe if you just need fast results. What's cool, they give you the original BPM, so first of all, this is all tempo synced, so that's good. See how it sounds in really weird settings, going down to 55. Cool thing about throat sing is that you don't hear really time stretching artifacts because it's like part of the sound. Same with 220. So it really is pretty versatile. At least these Kargira sounds seem to work, or seem to adapt pretty nicely to even drastic tempo changes. And then, by the way, we do have the key change down here, it looks like.
Dandogi baldi, tandulu dir bari, hol, mari ham, hol, mom, dari, hol, mom, dari, gum, ham, bari, gum. Dandogi baldi, hol, mari ham, hol, molu dir, hol, gum, ham, bari, gum, ham, bari, gum.
That sounds like a stone chipmunk. So obviously you do have some limitations in the range where you wouldn't want to go too crazy, otherwise it may sound a little weird and pitch shifted. That's cool, so we have a few more slower phrases. Listening from the next room. Then we have Kargira phrases. Hi. So definitely thinking of Groth and some of the Viking stuff that they have in here, which is a little similar but also very different. They did have some throat singing here. Well, the sound aesthetic is much more deserty, throat singy, Mongolian kind of thing. Not much Viking style, which is also not the aim because they already have a Viking library, so it's cool to do something different. But the overall aesthetic from Wavelet is pretty similar to Groth. The sound quality is stunning. It sounds just simply amazing. Now we have a bunch more breath and whispers. Process whisper loops. And distorted loops. That's like if you've seen the trailer for Dune, like Paul.
Silence!
Kind of. Nice. In a commanding voice, he forbid her to speak. Whatever distortion plugins have been used for that, or even hardware units, they had to work a lot. Holy moly, that's quite a good chunk of distort. Very meaty. I thought the times of dubstep were over, but that brings it back in a more organic way. By the way, I just see you can also star different phrases, so if you really have highlights, so you can easily find them later. Question is, do they keep the star rating when I reload it later? Yes, they do. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so that's cool. So at least you can then find these later. Ram, all these chins and shouts, well, the phrases that I just played. Not really shans, more breath whispers and growling phrases. And then third folder that we have in the library is the one shots. So this is where Dima comes into play. Hits and impacts, signature atmospheres, calls and horns, distorted bass, transitions, stump designer. I think I read that list in the beginning. So let's check out some of the hits. Oh, I just want to have that first boom. Yeah, I mean, these hits are cool thing, and this is something that is a big plus for me, is you can time sync these. That means you don't have to fiddle around with the MIDI data and make it fit into your track. You can select the offset, and then you will be sure, okay, this will hit after a bar, after half a bar, after a quarter note, etc. So if I offset that by a quarter bar, offset that by 30-second bar. Let's see if that actually works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start time cursor. Apply settings global. Why is that not working? Offset 1 bar. Let's try that. That seems to work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's weird. The offset is definitely not working as I expected to. Maybe I just effed something up. So let's try that again. We say offset. Let's offset an eighth of a, what is an eighth of a bar? Half of a bar is a half note, quarter note, eighth note. So if I do an eighth note, start time cursor or start time hit. I think I need to set start time hit and then put the offset. Yes, okay, now I got it. Okay, my bad. So set the start time to the hit. So you want the hit to be on the beat. And then we say, okay, offset half a bar. There we go. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so now that works. So that way we can have all these hits in time and on the grid, which is much appreciated because I hate moving media around. I also don't want to get too much wave files into the session. Hey Skimbot, good to see you. No. Yeah, these hits are meaty. They're also a little bit tonal. You can change the tonality. Okay, check out number 2. Hits and impacts number 2. That's, so for example, that's a hit where I would wonder, okay, what is the actual hit? Dum dum. So what do they define as the hit? The second one. So if I then offset that an eighth note. Offset 2 bars, you obviously have to wait 2 bars holding down the key. Got it. So no offset. That's some meaty stuff. I don't want to play all of them, otherwise someone could just sample these and use them. So even with bad audio quality from YouTube. So we have signature atmospheres. We also have different presets here. Studded reverse, original tuning, central tuning signals. So let's see. Just play them. Again, keep in mind, sounds are straight out of the library, no further processing. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why these tune switches jump back and forth here. So let's see, we have original tuning, and the next preset is central tuning. What does that mean? Sure what this is doing. Is the tuning then depending on the key that you hit? Original tuning. Okay, original tuning plays the samples in the original tuning. That's what I would like to work with. So I immediately know, okay, that's in G sharp. I need G for my track. So I can do this. Just something to keep in mind. I like the original tuning better. What is Signals doing? Okay, well, cool. Signals is the end of these transitions. That's nice. So you can also manually change that. Change the start cursor. Go here. Just use the tail. Right. Let's check out some of the others. Cool. Calls and horns. Which gets us into Brahmish territory. Oh, I love these type of sounds. They are so versatile. You can use them in whatever music you're doing. It's not only trailer related. That's some cool stuff. That's a lot. Look at, we have this list and it's like, what is it? 5 octaves each of different samples. That's nice. All right, then we have Brahms and distorted bass. They do sound really, really good. Very low. What presets do we have? We have reverse bass. That's also cool. And we can offset them. So they are tempo synced as well. That's cool. Low bass for pulse. Transitions. And again, these are, if we set that to the hit and then say offset a bar, these are tempo synced, which is really, really cool. I love the fact to have these tempo synced. It's so much easier to work with. Oh, these sound really good. Let's go back to original tuning. And basically, I think when you reverse the playback, so when you go to the hit and then reverse the playback, you can also play them as Brahms, basically. Yeah. That sounds like the Emperor had a wet fart. But it's fine. So, sorry for creating pictures in your mind. That sounds way better the correct way around. Dima sounds like you have every right to be proud of that category. It sounds amazing. Cool. Okay, next we have Stump Designer. Let's read. Simple instrument for playing stumps, modeling the left and right foot separately with 32 round-robin variations, mainly designed for layering and sound design. No matter what key you play, it plays the same stumps, left and right foots, one after the other. Oh, okay. That may come in handy for layering. Sorry, what did you say? Try to use artificial round robin button for pulse preset in the basis category. I was wondering that it didn't sound too convincing. So there is a round robin low bass for pulse. Where is the artificial round robin? The text, aggregate, So if I move that a little bit in. Ah, gotcha. Now we have a random round robin. So I have to move the sample star a little bit inside and then it fiddles around. Okay, that makes it much more useful. Thanks for the tip there. I love that. That makes it so much more versatile. Okay, cool. I like that. Can we do the same with the signature Atmos? Be interesting. Yeah, we can do the same thing here. Gives some nice little pitch modulation. That's cool. Nice. That makes it even more useful.
Run!
You listen to him. Run.
Run!
Run, not run.
Oof! Run!
I'm actually waiting for him to say, dude. Can get some bewitched demonic chants turning these around. I mean, they sound demonic either way. Cool. It sounds like my dog waiting for food. And then we have breaths and whispers. Sorry. I don't want to know what the source of that sample was. But it does sound funny. No, I'm not going there. Yeah, that's afterwards. Yes. So... Hunter Biden after the hearing. Lots of sound design possibilities for sure there. All right, that's the one shots. Great category, really cool stuff in there. Let's fiddle around a little bit with it. But before we do that, what I want to do is I think I have a problem when I want to listen to these stems, because I think when I preview them here, you cannot hear them. And if I do it the way that you can hear them, I cannot hear them. A little bit of a bug with the... what's it called? With the control room in Cubase. But I, first of all, I don't even know what drive that is sitting on. So what is it? Q? Why did I put that under native instruments? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, Q, native instruments, Secunda. So, and in the samples folder, we do have the wave samples, so I can add them to the archive. Yeah, like I said, I can hear them. So now you can hear them, but I cannot hear them, which is kind of bonkers. But I want to see what these stems are about. So we have stems in this library with tempo and key. 110 BPM in F. And I'm going to quickly listen to the full mix and then switch so you can listen to it. Or maybe you know what I can do? I just grab them and bring them into the session. So this is 110. I'm just going to grab these files and place them in here. Different tracks. Convert. So this is what these stems sound like. See how loud they are. Okay, so basically big Brahms sounds kind of thing that that you have access to the individual elements. Not really compositions, just some of these sound effects combined to get an idea of what they sound like together, so you can then solo the Brahms. If you just want to use that one. That's hits. Booms. That's definitely a really cool learning tool to get an idea of how these sounds are put together. So and you can easily kind of digest what role does the signal play, for example. Versus maybe without the Brahm. That's like a little masterclass in sound design of itself, because what's cool is you can see how these individual elements, like, it's not like everything is playing at the same time. So the swell coming in midway when the other stuff is fading away. So it's like this ongoing ebb and flow of movement between the layers, which is pretty cool. I like that as a to kind of understand a little better things in sound design. What else do we have? Let's try another one. Just bringing these in. Same thing, different tracks. Okay. So let's see what that sounds like. And then these are, I assume, loopable. Yes, they are. So that's the main chance here. But you can kind of rebuild that same stuff with the parts and tools that the library gives you. Something weird happened here. I cannot access. There we go. So if I don't want to have the vocal in there, just the... That seems to be created the same way we just tested out on these low instruments. That's the stoms. A little more reverb. Actually, it might be fun to take something like that and try to, because I mean, obviously these are WAV files and you're kind of limited to what they are. But what if we could try to recreate that with the instruments so we can then build our own little loops and change it up way more than we could with audio? I want to try that. That seems like a fun challenge. Because all these sounds are derived from the library, we should technically be able to recreate something similar, right? So I want to try that. Obviously, it is insanely loud, so playing all these stems together, we are like going to +3. So what we're going to do is, first of all, make them a little bit quieter, like -4, probably. So now we are in reasonable level territory. So let's see. We start with the Brahms. And we are in F. So go to my tonal sound effects. Gonna add, well, I can move that already here. No, let's keep, that was my original track without processing that I sent to you guys to listen to. So let's duplicate one of these Brahm tracks here, and I'm gonna change that to Secunda. We want to use Brahms, so let's see if we find something. Gonna stick to original tuning for now. Probably gonna make that quieter a little. So now keep in mind, from now on, the sounds that I'm going to use are not going straight to the stereo out. They are running through my scoring template. So there is a little bit of processing involved on a bunch of steps of the way. Just so you know, this is not any more clean library. This is my template sound. Secunda Brahm. Let's quickly listen again what that Brahm sounded like. Pretty beefy, pretty brassy overall. That already sounds pretty good. Maybe these two together. Okay, what happens when I do center tuning? Central tuning, so everything should be F. I think that one gets pretty close to what we have here. No, we need more impact. There we go. So these two. Yep, I think they're pretty close to what this one sounds like. I'm gonna go with that now. I don't want to recreate 100%. I just want to recreate something similar, because then I have like a formula to work from to come up with more of my own. So these two. We are in F already. I'm gonna change the velocity. Sorry, now we need to solo that. So that Brahm is coming in twice. Oops, I moved that wrong. This should go up here. There. So, Brahm, first one. This is what we have. And then we have oh, we have a reverse. So what we're gonna do then, I got it. We duplicate this, and then we duplicate the track, because we want to have the same sound but reversed. So let's see if we can do this. We have this. Now we want to, and how long is that? That is basically 1 bar. So I am going to say this is the reversed Brahm now. So I'm gonna reverse that, put the start point somewhere here, and then say offset to the hit and give me 1 bar offset. Yeah, I'm gonna move that hit even more here. And I am going to turn the reverb down, have the release all the way down, and the sustain all the way down. Decay, obviously, all the way up. No, sustain also all the way up. I don't have any reverb on my end. Yeah, that's dry. So I'm gonna copy that over. No, I don't need to copy, I already have it here. So, but I need to move these notes to the very last bar. And I keep the same notes that I used before on the Brahm. So that technically should now give us the same result as we have here in this Brahm section. First Brahm. Second one. And then we have the reverse coming in here. Yeah, and then we duplicate that, and we should be back into the loop. Cool. I like that. So we could probably get, listening to the Brahm that we have here, we could probably kill a little bit of low end. Let's quickly check. Let's see what EQ setting they have here. It's still pretty beefy, but I think we have a little bit more on ours. So let's see. Yeah, there's a little more. Again, we don't have the exact same Brahm sound, but it's fine. I don't want to get the exact same. But I want to make sure that we sound right. So that means I can mute this Brahm sound here from the section. Can see what both of these together sound like. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. So, going on. Next one. First, we have these booms. That's just the tail of that boom sound here. Not really sure why there's a significant drop between, but so sound effects, boom. Again, gonna change that to Secunda. Did we actually have booms in the trailer hits? It's an impact signal, causing horns. So we probably need to low cut one of these hits. So if we turn the cutoff all the way down to, say, 116, yeah, that basically gives me a boom. Okay, I like this one. Even more cutoff. So I'm gonna put this on the hit, and I want to have 1 bar. So that boom is coming in on the last one, so I need to put this here. What key was that? F2. So I'm gonna put that down right here. We're still in 30-second notes here. Don't like that. F2. That's not F2. It is F2. It's just we have 1 bar wait time for that to come in. So bringing back the volume to 0. So now we have Brahms and our boom. Let's solo that. I think we can give that a little bit more volume now. since we have so much filtering going on there. So let's make that a little bit louder. Thanks for the question, Nick. Obviously not, because 2023 is gone. Nope. Hopefully, let's hope for 2024, right? Still work in progress, but I just had so much other stuff to do that I couldn't finish. So, yes, coming, not giving a date anymore. Nice. So we have that subboom done. Next, we have this drone. So we're going to choose something from our drones in the first folder. Right? Secunda drone. That was in the main category, drones and atmospheres. And from this, we're probably just gonna need the tonal part. So I'm gonna mute the other two. I'm gonna make sure that we are on F. Let's see if I can find an atmosphere that does not have much vocal in it. I like that one. That one is pretty cool. So the original one sounds like this. Still trying to decide. I'm probably gonna give a little bit more effects to it and also cut a little bit more of the low end. Okay, I said I don't want a vocal, but for now let's keep the vocal in there. So. So, we have that. Maybe it's time for a little tip. Because what I don't like about the fact, I want to have this loopable, right? So the problem, if I loop this portion, just the drone, there's an obvious cut in between. I don't like that. I want to have that ongoing from beginning to end, without a break in between. So when we listen to this drone. So what I'm going to do, I am going to render that to audio. Render that in place. Not really sure if I'm rendering that with effects right now or not. Let's see. I rendered the effects into it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that in the middle. So this is going to be my end, and the other thing is my beginning. And I am taking another portion like this, copy that over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crossfade these so that I end up with having the same beginning and the same end. So getting rid of that starting, I messed something up completely here. So let's undo that. So yeah, exactly. So I cut in the middle, move the second part to the front. There we go. Then I'm going to get rid of this part, which is the intro, and a little bit of this part. Then I'm just gonna select randomly a portion of the middle here, move that over, maybe give a little bit more. I want to have a very long crossfade between these. So I'm gonna crossfade this, and I'm gonna crossfade this, and I can re-glue these together. So now I should have technically a loop that repeats and does not stop in between. So let's just so now it's not a dip in between. A little bit it is still, but that's cool. I like that. So now we have an ongoing loop for the drone. So we can remove this drone thingy. So, and when we mute the other guys, just want to see how much we have recreated already. So this is what we have. Cool. All right, so let's look into the other stuff that we need. We have the booms, we have the drone, so now we have that drum. That basically sounds like the stomp hits from the library. So let's try that. I'm gonna use the hit patch here, duplicate that, and name that just hits Secunda stomp. So let's see. One shots. Stomp designer. So volume down, of course. That sounds like quarter notes. With a lot of reverb on it. So gonna do this, and yeah, it's quarter notes. So we're gonna do quarter notes, full volume. It's fine. Actually, it's half notes, not quarter notes. So we're gonna do. It doesn't really matter which key you play because it's always the same sound. So it's obviously much more reverb. And little EQ changes. Actually, it does have the high end. Again, comparing. I have the feeling that these sounds are a little shorter, but I don't have the possibility to edit that here. So I'm gonna go into my mix rack and gonna use transient shaper to try to cut down on the sustain a little. When I look at the EQ, I probably have not as much high end. That falls down a little. If I go back here. So just give it a tiny bit of a... Also, that reverb that I have here is a little too long, so I'm not going to use that, but put vintage right on top. Bring that down to, let's say, 23, maybe 7. It's much longer, but less low end. So longer and EQ cut, say 700. Maybe try a plate. No. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Fine. Maybe it's a little too much sustain reduction. So I'm gonna mute these guys. Just gonna go with that now. I can give it a little bit more beef. Yeah, we are getting pretty quiet here. So let's do 101. Um, 91. Let's mute the main chants for a second. So we have that low pulse. Okay, let's have fun. Let's recreate a pulse. Gonna go to synth bass. Gonna duplicate the pulse bigger. It's going to be a bass pulse. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate serum and change that to contact 7. Contact 7, Secunda, and I think it was one of the Brahm bass sounds. Yeah. All right, so the start time hit, we do no offset. We move the hit a little bit around. Then we do random time start. Short release, no sustain. I like that one. No reverb. I think that's pretty cool. What does the original sound like? Low pulse. That's quarter notes, so do something like this. Obviously, we need more decay. Okay, let's take this one. I like that one. So, volume 101. Volume 101. What key did we use last? What was that? Forgot it. That last one was C3. Okay. Okay, let's take that one. I do like it. So, same thing. We're gonna do just 4 bars. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, that's quarter notes. I'll record that. So can maybe play around a little bit more with the random start time, give it a little more maximum. Okay, I like that. So again, comparing to the original bass, there seems to be a little bit of a delay. Yeah, that could use a little more sustain on the note. So I'm gonna, first of all, saturate that a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. And then try to enhance the body a little. Okay, getting there. Again, not the same very much, but... And again, looking at the EQ curve, I think that we don't have as much low end as we have on the other one. Focus on the 70. So looking in here. I want to kind of... It's a tad longer, so let's see if we can just give it bit of decay. There we go. I think that's much closer to what we have. I'm happy with that as a starting point. So we can mute the bass here as well. I don't even know why am I doing that. We have the stems, but maybe it helps to understand the library a little better and see what we can do with it. Okay, we have the main hits. These are two different hits. That metallic ring at the top is very, very prominent. So let's see if we can recreate these hits as well. It's basically 4 hits. I think it's 2 different ones. Secunda, hits and impacts. We're gonna set it to hit and do 1 bar of offset. I mean, technically it doesn't really matter which hit it really is. We just need 2 distinct hits. Let's change it up a little, not do the exact same thing. So one thing will be... That's 1, and the other one will be... All right, so we're gonna start in the beginning. So now we have these. They should align pretty well on time. I have to copy that first one here because we don't have that before. So let's mute the other guys. Let's listen to the reverb. It's quite a lot. So we're gonna do, look here, that hits Secunda, reverb, maybe a little bit of black hole as well. Let's see. We're still a little bit loud, so let's bring that down. 91. In case you're wondering, what I'm changing is the actual volume of the contact fader here. So, again, play back. Yep. So, now we mute the hits here. We don't need them. We can mute this as well. All right. So we have a rise effects here. All right, so that is over the course of 2 bars. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we're gonna recreate that based on some of these sounds that were in Secunda in the toolkit, which is either the transitions or even the signature atmospheres. I think it was the transitions. Let's see. Okay, so what we're gonna do, that one might work. We put that on F, we turn it around, we go to hit, and we say offset 2 bars. But technically that should give us what I'm gonna do is no release, and that should be it. Reverb down. Yep, there we go. We are a little quieter, I guess. Yes, so that starts there, so we need 2 bars. I can mute this guy and record that onto the whoosh. That's whoosh Secunda. And let's cut that right away on the bar. So now this sound is whereas this one sounded like. Just want to see if we need to address some EQ things. Yeah, it has less low end, so I'm gonna cut some of the low end out on this guy. Maybe we'll keep the high end there. Yeah, happy with that. Copy that over here. There we go. So we have that. Next one, signals. We will find something very similar to that. So duplicate the drone. Make that, by the way, that, yeah, see, signal. And let's not go too crazy because we do have signature calls and horns, and we can just select the signal setting. There we go. Okay, first of all, holy macaroni. Turn it off. Turn it off. And maybe we use number 2. So I want to have them all on central tuning, all on F. What does the original sound like? Going back here. Very synth-like. Maybe it's atmosphere? I'm not sure. Wrong channel. Go. Oh yeah. These are the ones. So going with central tuning, I want to have F quieter. So basically, let's try this one. No, I don't like that one. I think that one might work. Okay, let's try this one. Gonna decide this is gonna be the one. It's a little different from the other one, but again, we're not 100% regrading it. It's a little longer, a little much more black hole. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And we have that every 2 bars. So I'm gonna copy that over. Can mute this guy. Let's quickly mute the other 3 as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Gonna copy that over here. That is the boom. Needs to go here. And these guys to go here. All right. Next one. We had the signals. We have 3 more. We have signatures. What is this? Okay, that's similar to what we just did, but with a longer atmosphere. So I'm gonna try. We can find something. Let's try atmospheres 2. Again, center tuning. Want to have everything on F. Quieter. I actually like this one better than the one we did before on the other one. I think the other ones were had more of this melodic phrasing. Or was that wasn't the atmospheres? Not that. Oh, no, it didn't crash. Okay, good. Secunda. Let's try the Colts and horns. Central tuning, much quieter. Yeah, that's more into what we need. I like that one. What does it sound? Let's see if we put this underneath. And what does that sound like? It is a little similar to what we have, not the same. Okay, let's try this. But why is the key so weird? What is the key here? Give me piano, give me piano. Ah, okay, we're going from D to F, but I need to go from F to A sharp. So this needs to change. Hey, Seven, good to see you. So this needs to change. I think that might work. Let's see how that sounds. I like that. I take that. That's gonna come with me. It's very similar to what we have. I think I could even technically, maybe I could even trim it to that. We have the key change on that's A G sharp -1. So when we do this, I think I could even tune it. I go there. Not really, but again, I'm not, don't need to fully. Oh, by the way, I'm on the wrong one. That's why. Ah, yeah, it works. And if I go a little bit earlier, like here. Like this, I'm getting pretty close. Versus. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Again, getting rid of a little bit of low end. Close enough to make it worthwhile. A little too much black hole. So now we have only this one left. I'm not really sure how we can recreate that. Something with atmosphere and something with a let's see. Secunda. Atmosphere, transition design. Oh, sorry. On central tuning in F. If I do this, say half a bar offset, 1 bar offset, more attack. I like that one. Maybe an octave. We do this. And then we say gate rate 8th note. Sixteenth. Let's see if that works. Listen to the original again. Yeah, close enough for my taste. So that's swell. Gate swell. Okay, so that's gonna start. It needs to be loudest there, so I'm gonna start on the 5. Gonna mute these two. Oops, that was not intentional. I think I caught the wrong sample. That one was the one. C, not B. So you go there. Quantize. Yep, I like that. Volume in the beginning. I think we can make that a little louder. 91. And last but not least, we have these whispers. Okay. That's going to come from vocal. Just gonna put that there. Oh, clear, Secunda, phrases, processed with one of these. Wow, what happened here? Holy cow. That is not right. Something's weird. Okay. I was worried for a second. But still, why is that so insanely loud? That is not normal. Okay. Whatever went wrong, I'm gonna do that manually. Send this to vocal. Vocals. There we go. Delete that. Whatever went wrong there. And we have Wavelet audio in the room. That's awesome. Welcome here. I like that one. So let's take that one. Gonna keep that on the one. So gonna duplicate that. So we have question, Win 10 or Win 11? I'm on Win 11. Everything runs fine. I wouldn't look back into Win 10, and going forward, you want to make safe that your future safe. So I would probably say Win 11. So that loop down here is and here we have. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So we're just gonna stick our usual suspects on it. I think we can get rid of a little bit of low end. And make it a tad quieter. So going with 95 maybe. And the other one is a little bit of reverb on that, which we can add. So we're gonna add a little bit of sending that to vocals. So I'm gonna add vocal verb. Maybe just a little bit of compression to tame the transients a little bit. Yeah, just a little more taming. So we have these guys in. That is Secunda breath loop. And now we can mute this. So basically we're done. We have recreated, at least come up with our own idea of one of the stems that is included. We didn't do the main chants. We could add that technically as well if we want to. Actually, let's do this to finalize everything. But I want to quickly do an A/B. So we did. Let's look at just the tracks we did. There's all Secunda, and the idea was with the stems provided, which can be limiting a little bit because it's audio only. So that is only audio. So, and as awesome as these stems are, and I think Wavelet, you came in a little bit later, so just as an explanation, I think these are a great learning tool, how these things are put together. But what I wanted to try to do is recreate that phrase with the Secunda library and come up with my own. So I can then further tweak it, change the key and all that kind of stuff and do it, kind of make it my own. So that was before. And now we did the same thing with Secunda. I think we could add the main chants on top just to make it more close. And we can then also change the chants to our own. Actually, let's do this. Let's not use the chants, but do our own. So we duplicate that, use the main instrument. Mr. Emperor himself. So gonna use Let's first check what the original Emperor chant is doing here. We want to get, again, somewhere close, but not the same. So it's basically 3 syllables and 4 syllables. So going back here, can give that a little bit more volume. You go louder. Open up. Make that louder. Make that louder. So let's record that on top. 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm not looking to recreate the very same thing. So just gonna remember the setting. We have the long transitions, so we need to have them 6 30-second notes moved away. So we're gonna do this and move them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I can make sure that they overlap the way they're intended to. So gonna do this. So let's see what that sounds like. And we could probably add on top one of these phrases from Kageria. If I remember correctly, the second Kageria phrases are a little bit more relaxed. Something like this. That sounds fun. I like it. That could be a little bit quieter. So that way we now have something similar to the original stems that were included in the library, but made it our own. And we can easily, and that's the greatest thing that I like about it, we can now go into all our little drones and sound effects and change the key and make that now, okay, now we say we want to have that in G instead of F like we did before. So that makes it much more easy to go in and change the key on all of these tracks. Besides the drone, which I have rendered to audio, but then I can just go in and say, okay, you transpose 1 up. Go to my signal, turn that to G, go to my other signal, turn that to that case then to be flat because we had to change the key there. And here on the gates, well, same thing, bring it to G. So now we should have this very same thing, but coming home on G instead of F. I didn't even change the key on the subboom there. On the hits. Okay, let's do the hits in G. Stoms, I think, don't have key information, and the whoosh does, so we bring that to G. So now we have the whole track in G, I guess. Well, we need to tell the Emperor to sing in G as well, right? Breath loop is definitely not in G. Mr. Emperor is non-tonal, and this guy now is in G. Oh, my bass pulse is still in F. That's why it sounds weird. You go to G, please. And obviously it becomes even more powerful when you combine that with other libraries. When we even just with Groth, we have stuff like that coming in with the playable instruments, the loops, cello loops. There's some really cool stuff. And you can change the main patch. Look at the top right corner, which we're gonna do. Emperor. Tone bell. Oh, tune F. Tune G. There we go. There we go. That breath loop sounds like chipmunks having intercourse. Yeah, that's better. So, I mean, we came from this, which was given from the library as WAV files. And we now have all of that, but with much more freedom to change it and then to add to it. I mean, slam some strings on top of that, and you know, this is a nice starting point. So if we say something in G. Did not say activate. String shorts. Why does that sound so weird? Something is off. Something is really off. Strings, orchestra, shorts master. Oh, I know why. My velocity was all the way up. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Didn't want to do that. So something like that's 16th notes, I guess. Blue notes in between. So gonna move that down. Look at the velocity of that guy. At the volume. Yeah, that's a little too quiet. Come give me a little more. Same thing, just an octave higher. And make that a little louder. Less dynamic range, and you go up here, so like this. No, don't want help. Cubase help. Go away. So. You kind of get the idea. Then you can expand from there. It's ridiculously good. All right, time to recap. We listened pretty much to all of the individual instruments and check the stems. There's wave files in there that you can manipulate further. Holy cow. I mean, this is obviously derived from all the hype around Dune and the Dune soundtrack and the soundscape that Hans has managed to create for the movie. The funny thing about this library is I absolutely love it, but I don't think that I really love it for the main instrument, because I feel that this specific sound will be overused very, very soon. You do 1-2 tracks with that. And then I think it will pretty soon start to lose its appeal, because it's so iconic. It's so, it's hard to do various different tracks with that main patch because it's that sound. And if you have a track that calls for this sound, it's perfect, of course. But after 2 tracks, I hardly see myself doing more tracks with that, because it's just the same sound over and over again. No matter how you shape it and how you put it, that sound is so iconic. But then again, this is not the full library. It is the main patch, yes, but I see myself getting most of the mileage out of this library with all these one-shots, all these trailer sound effects, and even some of the phrases, which could be embedded a little more into the background of a track. So if you want to create that kind of sound, this is absolutely amazing and sounds ridiculously good. But just for that Emperor Chant sound alone, I wouldn't probably get this library, but for all the other stuff, absolutely. And see that Emperor Chant not as a main instrument, but more as a bonus on top. And overall, the sample quality is absolutely breathtaking. It's pristine. It sounds... These hits are on point. I love the functionality to now time stretch everything or sync everything and have it land in place, which makes it really, really versatile. So you don't need to grab the audio. I personally love to do that in MIDI, and having the opportunity to set this to land in time right on the beat is so helpful, for me at least, because I can keep it in MIDI and don't need to render to audio. And yeah, that basically sums up our little look at the Emperor and all the stuff that comes with it. Secunda, Wavelet Audio Secunda. Like I mentioned before, the library is on introductory price until March 7th for $159, then goes to $199. Check out the walkthrough as well and the stems walkthrough. There's some more sound examples on the website, of course. And all right, giveaway. We have one giveaway for today. And like I said, I'm not fully sure how I really gonna do this. I think I just gonna grab the chat and move this up and down and then stop at some point, and then the top entry will be the winner. Hopefully it's not gonna be myself. And whoever will be on the chat will be the winner. Like I said before, I currently don't want to do it via Facebook entries and random drawings because it attracted too much scum to comment on that, and really gotten out of hand and leading people to other links like you have won the competition, click here, and things like that. I don't want to do that. That's very bad. So I'm gonna do just honestly, yeah, I just take the chat and draw it randomly back and forth, and then select with the mouse. Maybe I look into the camera, move the mouse, and then select one. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So free giveaway thanks to Wavelet Audio today. So I'm gonna move this fader 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I move my mouse, not looking at the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that... Okay, we have to do that again. That landed on Dima. Dima worked on the library. We cannot do that. And I think she already has a copy. So, doing that same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't move it, did I? Okay. Do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lego Kubrick. So, Lego, congratulations. You won a free copy of this library. Possibly go in, get in touch. I don't even know how to get in touch. Send me a message on Facebook, and then we'll take it from there. So, yes, Lego, congratulations. You win a copy of the library. Let's give it one last playthrough. This is what we did today with it. Do we have a mixer? Mix console, there we go. No, not this. No, not this. What I wanted to do was open up the mixer, there we go, and just turn the master down. So Lego, you're there. That's awesome. Congratulations on winning the library. Yeah, like I said, send me a message on Facebook, and then we take it from there. There we go. That was the little track that we came up with. We didn't even come up with it. We just recreated it from the original library. Anyway, thanks so much everyone for joining in today. That was fun. And thanks for Wavelet Audio for providing a giveaway copy and a copy for me to showcase. I hope you like what you heard. If you did, you have till March 7th to grab the library. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in, and bye-bye.